Good day, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about an NTC tool named CloudRF. In this video, we will tackle about the things you must know about this tool and other technicalities connected to it. Well, I will be your guide for today and welcome to Coverage Heatmap Navigation Guide. But before we proceed talking about CloudRF, let's first discuss what is coverage heat maps? Coverage heat maps are color-coded maps that show how strong or weak a signal is across an area. They make it easy to spot good coverage, weak spots, and even dead zones. So as you can see in the picture on the left side of our screen, each color represents signal strength. So users can quickly understand which areas have reliable connection and which do not. This helps in making better decisions on placement, adjustments, and improving overall signal performance. Now, moving forward, let's introduce to you CloudRF. CloudRF is an online tool used to predict and visualize wireless signal coverage on a map. It allows users to analyze and simulate network performance before actual deployment. In simple terms, CloudRF helps users see how far a signal can reach and how strong it is in different areas and where problems might occur. This makes it useful for planning networks like LoRa, radio, or cellular systems before actual installation. Now, for an important note, CloudRF is a web-based tool, which means that it is only accessible online without needing to be installed on your laptop or personal computers. We can access it via our desktop or mobile devices. And its link is shown on the screen, which you can just type on any of your available browser. Now, without further ado, let's begin CloudRF's navigation process, a step-by-step procedure on how to use it. Now, we're just going to open our browser and access our CloudRF. Now I'm just going to type cloudrf.com. And now as you can see, this is what the interface of CloudRF looks like. Now we're just going to click this My Account tab. And in here, you will be able to create an account so that you can start navigating the tool's features. So as you may notice, there are two options here, which is the login and the register. For now, as we will be a new user here, we are going to register our information first. Now let's fill this part out with our preferred email address. Now after clicking the register button, so an email will be sent out to our mailing platform like Gmail. So now let's go to our Gmail and check the email sent to us. Now, after opening the email, click the link for confirmation of our account. Now, we have a registered account in CloudRF. Now, for the next step, we will just click the Pricing tab here, here next to My Account tab. In here, you will be able to see 5 different subscription plans, which is the free, the bronze, the silver, the gold, and the platinum. Of course, as we have no actual budget for a paid subscription, we will go choose the free subscription plan. Otherwise, if you have budget to spend, well, choose the other ones. Now, let's click the order button here on the free subscription plan so that we will be able to access all free features of CloudRF. So after clicking order, we just need to click the add to cart button and proceed to view our cart. So here is the view cart icon. So let's proceed with this. And as you may able to see, here is what it would look like after you clicked it. So let's just go proceed to the checkout. And if we're on the checkout page, we're just going to fill out this billing details information. So it's up to you whether you're going to fill it out with your personal information or company information. So let's just fill it out. Now this part would be optional, but we will use our company name, which is Packetworx. So for the street address, I'll just put here the address of our company. Now let's just go check the checkbox here too, and I agree to the website terms and conditions and place our order. Oh, I forgot to put the country, so let's just choose the Metro Manila. I'm sorry for that. And proceed with the placing of order. So our order is now received, and we have nothing to do here but to access now the CloudRF's free features. So for that, now let's go to the My Account tab. And in here, you'll be able to see here in the interfaces, the web interface. So this is for the actual usage of the main features of CloudRF so that we could be able to access the heat map coverage settings and other functions. So let's click it. And this is what it looks like after accessing it. So you're just going to see this part for just an introductory of the web interface. And then in here, we have the imagery options. We have the OSM contours, Mapbox Dark, the Google Satellite, and the ESRI topology. So for a great view, we're just going to use this OSM contours. Now in here, on the left side of the screen of this tool, we can see, or we'll be able to see the name, network, coordinates, latitude, longitude, height, and other varieties of settings needed for overall access of our heat maps. Now, in this part, we're going to fill out the site TX part. So you might get confused of what information we should put in here, but for easy visualization, I have already prepared some of our gateway sites with each longitude and latitude, and here it is. So these are the information of our sites with each latitude and longitude. Now we're just going to manual encode each of these information on CloudRF site TX one at a time. So for the first one, let's just choose this Barangay Hall Singkamas. Now, now for clarification, any name and network would do here, but if you want an organized flow, you can just fill it out with a real information. So I'll just paste the Barangay Hall Singkamas here, and for the network, any network would do, but I'll just use our company name, the Packetworx. Let's just maintain the decimal degrees here. And for the latitude, let's just copy this one and paste it here, as well as the longitude. Now, for the research I have gotten for this one, the standard height to put here is actually 10 meters. So let's just put the 10 meters. And for the frequency, it's up to our company which frequency we will use. So you can just we could just say that it is 868 or it could be 915. But for this gateway, it is an 868 frequency. Now we don't have to um, go model different settings of this, and it is okay to be calculated. So for us to see the heat maps of this Barangay Sintamas, we'll just start to calculate it. Now, as you may be able to observe, it didn't automatically go to our specific location. So let's just go the to our country and check it out. So this black is the representation of our tower or the gateway itself. So here is the Barangay Hall Singkamas. And you will be able to see here different color codes for each strength. Now we have the option here to download the file if we want to save it so that we won't have to manually encode it next time. So as you can see, it is already downloaded. And we also have here if you will be able to see here on this port, the no templates available. So for this one, we could just save this Barangay Singkamas as a template. So let's just fill it out again with, of course, its barangay or the location name. Now let's just save it, and you can see that it is already stored successfully. So we can just repeat it on the other gateways, and we would be able to see the different location as well as its strength. So here on the DBM port, you will be able to notice that the red color represents a very strong signal, a negative 60 dBm, as well as if you see the orange, it's an average to negative 75 or to negative 80, which is the green part. While the weaker parts are the blue ones, which is ranging from negative 95 to 100 plus. Now let's just repeat the process for the other one so you can easily see the overall results are the visualization of each gateway's coverage heat maps. So now this is what the coverage heat maps of each gateway looks like. So we will just do 5 for you now, just so you know what it looks like. Now there is the Barangay Hall Singkamas, the Nicanor C. Garcia Senior Elementary School, General P. Del Pilar National High School, the San Antonio Community Complex, and the Bangkal National High School. So here it is. Now, of course, as I've said a while ago, you can change the imagery of this depending on your preferred visualization. So the best looking one is the OSM contours, of course. Because if you zoom in this, you will also be able to see even the little details here. Now, you may want to ask if we can upload multiple gateways at once just for easier inputs. Well, it is actually possible through the import setting. Now, where to find the import tab? So here is the import tab with the R1. So let's just go to our import tab, and you may be able to see here many options to choose where to upload KMZ files, CSV, and other files. We have the reference data, the coverage analysis, and the route analysis. But for what we are aiming now, the best option to choose here is the reference data. So let's just choose the reference data, and it says here that we should choose files. So we're just going to upload our KMZ, CSV, or any JSON files that contains the gateway location and its longitude and latitude. So let's check here if you have prepared following KMZ files. So here we have different KMZ files. So let's just choose this one, the Barangay Hall Tejeros. So if we open this one, it would validate first the file if there is any entities found here. So as you can see, we have a one valid entities found, means that it is only one gateway in here, the Barangay Hall Tejeros. So okay. And we're just gonna choose this as is. And if you're gonna see, this is just what it looks like when we upload file or import files to CloudRF. So it doesn't generate a heat maps like this one that we manually encoded or inputted here at CloudRF. It is because um it is requiring a paid subscription when we do this kind of feature of importing and making it a heat map. Now, let's try uploading multiple gateways for you to visualize it, or if it is possible to really do multiple uploads at once. Now here we have the locations CloudRF ready. And if we open it, as you can see, it validated 91 entities. So if we click here and as is again, this is what it looks like. So now these are the 91 gateway locations, the blue circles that you can see on the screen. Now, if we tried to calculate it so that we could see the actual heat maps of this gateways, you would see that it did not went to create its heat maps. It is because that those heat maps for these 91 locations or 91 gateways are actually for a paid subscription. And this is what the limit of this tool is or have. So that would be all for the representation of the heat maps for these gateways in CloudRF. Now let's try to refresh it once, or just go to the My Home tab again and check if it saved all of our information. So as you can see, we're now back to the start of this, but when we open the template tab, we have we are seeing the Barangay Hall Sigamas, Nicanor, General Pio, San Antonio Complex, and Bangkal, which we have saved a while ago. So if you just choose any of this, now it should have. Now it should have resulted to seeing this heat maps of them. Now you can just repeat the process for each of this saved KMZ files or templates for each gateway, and now we're done. So that would be all for our CloudRF coverage heat map navigation. Now, I'm going to end this video by saying that CloudRF's free subscription means that we only have limited access, like the ones you've seen a while ago. Generating coverage heat maps requires manual inputs, yet we could upload multiple gateway information at once, but just without the heat maps visualization. Now, this tool is a great companion for a lot of things, despite having limited access to other functionalities. Yet, if subscribed, it could do a lot more than what I presented you. So that would be all. Thank you for patiently watching and listening to this video presentation. God bless us all.